Set within a semi-tropical rainforest valley, surrounded by volcanic peaks, powered by Red Arc. Welcome to Camper Trailer of the Year 2020. Lumberjack's Glenaire sets up quickly, in around 30 seconds, simply by pressing a button on this remote control. Up front is a king-size memory foam bed. Down back is a queen-size memory foam bed. In between, there's an enormous dinette section framed on each side by fresco-style windows. It's a true off-road adventure camper that will have up to 6 adults out back at the drop of a hat in style and comfort. The Glenaire's outdoor space is enclosed by an annex with zip and Velcro fastening system and aluminium cam lock poles. In fact, it's the Glenaire's pole design that creates this alfresco opening on each side. Behind me here, you've got your kitchen slide out, 4-burner stove, handy food preparation area here. Over here, you've got your fridge freezer slide out. And I just want to talk a bit about these storage lockers. They're fully fabricated in 3mm steel. These are really strong, super tough, almost unbreakable. If I could put my entire weight on this, no problem at all. You've got this electrical and entertainment control panel. This is the life. It's seriously chilled. Let's hear if the judges thought the same. The Lumberjack Glenaire dual fold featured a king-size bed up front and a queen-size bed down the back, Scott. Did the bed square meterage impress you?
It did, and that's quite unusual to see in these types of campers, is a full king and a full queen. And now all of a sudden you're really starting to talk about a family camper. It's got enough room for a family of 4 quite easily. And indeed, even in the main body lounge and dinette area, we had the full judging panel inside, as well as 2 of the manufacturer's representatives. So there's heaps of room inside this camper. And when you start to think that it's got a tear weight of 1800 and an ATM of 2400, that's 600 kilos worth of stuff that you can put in that room. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, that alfresco side panel opening in both sides, David, that seemed to be pretty cool.
That was one of their unique selling points. You put it down to innovation, having both sides of the tent being able to zip out or roll up and really have that cross breeze through the whole thing. And there was enough floor space to have a table and still have room to comfortably sit around in there. There were 4 drawers underneath the foot of the bed, and we still had space under a couple of those seats, so that there was room for storage, there was room for clothes and things like that. Quite impressive from those aspects.
They had those gusseted windows around the outside, little vents in front of the mesh, which meant if you did have inclement weather, you could still keep the windows effectively open, even if the awnings weren't deployed.
I like the area at the front where the gas bottles and jerry cans were located. This had a simple over-centre latch, which I undid. On a gas strut, it swung open. There's your gas bottles right there, easily accessible.
That forward storage area, Dave, was an example of the self-sufficiency of this unit. 2 9-litre tanks for gas, you had 2 water jerrys, you've got 2 100-litre stainless tanks underneath. You start thinking about these sorts of things into self-sufficiency, and it kind of had it all. It even had 3 100 amp hour batteries. It's a camper that can stay out there for a good while, so you can keep your partying.
And what about the build quality? Were you impressed with how it was put together?
The welds in the chassis were almost as good as most locally made chassis, like they're catching up very quickly. It measured in at 120 by 50mm for the chassis, so not too bad for its up to 2400 kilo ATM. The composite floor is a nice touch, and then again steel frame to support the floor. And then there's a 12mm marine ply sheet with a stainless steel guard underneath it as well, so any rocks that are flicking up underneath shouldn't make it through into the floor to actually damage it, which is nice. Canvas was 14 ounce with proper midgie screens. And one of the little details I noticed, which I thought was quite nice, is all the stainless steel hinges are oversized. And then within all these cupboards, all the seals have been done locally with an automotive grade double compression seal. So from a dust point of view, it should be pretty good too.
And what about its value?
For what it gave, I thought it was in for the money.
And not to forget too, it's got the $5,000 travel pack. Solar panels as a standard fitting. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do there with that amount of money to just upgrade your camper to exactly what you need.
As well as that, another thing that really stood out was a 5-year structural warranty. Now for an import, that's rare, and the other one is 178 authorised repairers around the country. So this camper you can take up to Cape York, and even Bamaga, there's an authorised repairer should you have a warranty issue.
Okay, the Lumberjack Glenaire. Heaps of space for up to 6 hefty adults and perfectly capable off-road.